That's, I always try to get that. What's up? All right, man. I want to talk about something real quick, and I'm going to keep this one really short. This happened to me, and it may happen to you. Y'all know I went through the awakening. Y'all know that. I don't know, man. I was riding this light. I was in this light. I was in this love frequency, and it seemed like with a quickness, man, that shit changed on me, right? And I kind of went into the darkness, but also had like stuff going on in my life, personal stuff. My pops was dying, and so I was taking care of him. And the year before that, my mom had died. So I've kind of, not that it was that they were old, and I was expecting them to pass, and we weren't that close due to a whole host of dysfunctional reasons. But we got closer at the end, and that was a good thing. But anyway, you may have went into the dark. You may have went from the light and all this, everything was love and light and perfect, and now all of a sudden it doesn't feel that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel, it feels bleak. You don't know your future. You're scared. You don't know who's doing what. You can't trust anybody. The people that were your friends, they've got some kind of some of these people, are just losing it over some of the stuff that's on TV. And people are taking sides on this side and that side, and they're literally drawing lines in the sand. And maybe it's just like so painful to you that you can't hardly pick yourself up from this. Like, this is just, there's so much negative energy, there's so much hate, there's so much judgment, and you can't seem to escape it. And you thought you had an idea how things were going, because it was like, oh man, I just went through this awakening, my future is going to be perfect. And then you found out it wasn't. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it is. You cannot have a beautiful baby without a bloody labor. It's just not going to happen. You're either going to have to cut her open and take the baby out, or that baby's going to rip its way through. There's nothing pretty about it. It's painful. On the other side of it is beauty. On the other side of it is love. On the other side of it is life. But during the heat of it, in the midst of it, that we're in, this rebirth, those guys are going to reset, we are going to rebirth. If you're in the right frequency. If you're in the lower frequency, you're into the reset. It's all going to be about money, and you're just going to be aging and dying. Time and money will kill you. But anyway, I got nothing against money. If you want to send me something, I like it. But I'm not trying to knock money. But my point is, if you want to get back to the light, if you want to, because the only reason I'm telling you this is because it's been a struggle for me, and this is the way I'm finding my way back. Realize you got a purpose here, to bring light, and to realize that you ain't supposed to be in the light. You ain't supposed to be in the light. I'm not supposed to be in the light, dude. That's not where we belong. What the fuck is a candle going to do outside in the sunshine? What are you going to do in a lit up room? Nothing. You accomplish nothing. Your purpose is moot. You got to be in this dark. We got to be in this for our light to matter. Man, it's taken me forever to get this into my stinking skull, you guys. I've been wanting to, dude, just because of my past and I don't want to say I have, my life, I had one gear, maybe two gears, but my first gear, the most gear is like, if shit goes down, I take up arms, man, and I'm ready to go. It's just kind of the way I was raised, I guess. And that shit, that instinctual, primitive, primal, testosterone-filled warmonger in me came out. I'm only human, and It was really hard for me to realize, how can I be a soldier? Because I want to fight, but I can't fight in the same frequency that they're in. That's like me bringing dark into the dark, like I'm talking about the light in the light. You know, I bring a sword into the darkness. What does it do? I mean, really, you know? So, sure, your weaponry matches their weaponry, but what if you had something different? What if you had something that drowned it out theirs, you know? And that's what the light is. And the light is not where you go up and show people, you know, here's what Google says about this, and I'm right and you're wrong. That's not light. Showing people, telling people, and convincing people, and pushing people, and trying to change people, that's not light. Light is, you know, a candle doesn't do any of that. It just sets and flickers. And it just sets and flickers. And people will gather around that light. If they're cold, they'll come to get warm. If they're in the dark, they'll come to see something. You just set and flicker. Be positive. Don't plan on a future. Don't think of a future. Let the future come to you, and be open to what it brings. Your future might bring hunger. Be prepared to hunger. It might bring thirst. It might bring wealth. Be prepared for anything. Don't expect, you know, expectations is what, unrealistic expectations is what kills us and stuff. You know this. So, I guess the only thing I'm trying to say is just flicker like a candle. Don't feel like you've got to be the sun to save the world. Don't feel like you've got to join the darkness. Don't feel like you don't matter. Don't feel like you got to be in the light for your light to matter. Your light doesn't matter in the light. Your light only matters in the dark. So you're going to have to embrace this darkness if you want to be the light. If you want to be important. If you want to help raise the frequency. If you want to help shed light. If you want to help fight. This is one way to fight, because it's darkness that we're fighting. You know, on a metaphysical level. The physical wars are going on, but there's a metaphysical thing going on, and it is definitely good versus bad, light versus dark, that versus this. There's definitely something happening. It feels like they've got the momentum because they seen and felt, you know, here you got this awakening going on. You got all these people talking light and love. It's all over the internet. Every other word is love. Everyone, dude, they weren't going to have that shit. They have to bring it down. And I'm not talking about on a physical level. I'm talking about on a metaphysical level. I'm talking about the way the balances of power work in the universe. You know, you cannot just have all light. You know, that's why the earth revolves and has darkness. Then it comes back to light. I mean, you have to have a balance. So all the dark, we cannot submit to it. We cannot lay down to it. Flicker your candle, your bick, flick your bick. You know, be what you are. Be steady. Be resolved. Be prepared. Anyway, I hope this helps you. I hope you can start finding your way back to the light. I need you. I need you. Don't go crazy when I like it when I look at that. Kind of get you down. It's like I'm coming up. But I need you. Anyway, man. Deuces, you guys. Nothing but love, for real.